Good morning. So we are continuing with the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Canto 3 Part 2 and Chapter 23. We had completed till verse 36. We will start with verse 37 today, 36-37 verse. So just for a recap, you will find that Devahuti requested her husband Kardama Muni for fulfilling his wishes, his whatever he had asked God, that he needs a wife so that he can be the father of many races. So that is what she says, you need to fulfill that demand which you had kept in front of the Divine Lord. And Kardama Muni says, yes, I remember that and I am going to fulfill it. So she says, if I want to have bodily relations with you, I need to have a house, I need a place, I need a lot of stuff. So you need to give me all these things. And Kardama Muni, out of his own will, creates these beautiful mansion and various other paraphernalia along with it. There are lots of servants, and she had become emancipated because of a lot of austerities. So she is told to take a bath in the pond, the lake, and she comes out a beautiful woman who is fit to, have relations with her husband. So her husband is now taking her on, and we are going to understand how this works. All right? So let us see. So we are doing verse 36-37 now. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Part 2, Chapter 23, verse 36-37. The sage could see that Devahuti had washed herself clean and was shining forth as though no longer his former wife. She had regained her own original beauty as a daughter of a prince. Dressed in excellent robes, her charming breast duly girdled, she was waited upon by 1,000 Gandharva girls. O destroyer of the enemy, his fondness of hers grew, and he placed her in the aerial mansion. So here you will find that there is the lady Devahuti has taken a bath in the waters, and when she comes out, she is adorned very nicely by those thousands of servant girls that are there, and now she looks very beautiful. And she is fit enough to be the princess, the daughter of Swayambhu Manu. And so, Kardama Muni takes her hand and takes her to this aerial mansion. Though seemingly attached to his beloved consort while served by the Gandharva girls, the sage did not lose his glory, which was mastery over his self. In the aerial mansion, Kardama Muni with the consort shone as charmingly as the moon in the midst of the stars in the sky, which cause rows of lilies to open up in the pond at night. So Kardama Muni has taken his wife over there and what to this particular mansion which he has created out of thin air. He is a great saint, and he is the precursor of the entire religious races that are going to come about. He has a lot of divine propensities because of which he can create this kind of a illusory mansion. Now when he takes his wife over there are those thousands of Gandharva ladies who are accompanying him, and now they are preparing themselves. They are preparing the lady, that is Devahuti, for her having the joy of being with her husband. Her husband Kardama Muni is a saint, no doubt about it. He is of the highest of the characters. But he had himself asked the Lord for this particular thing. which is the bodily fulfillment of desire. And so they are entered this mansion. So in the aerial mansion, he traveled to the pleasure valley of Mount Meru, which were rendered all the more beautiful by cool, gentle, fragrant breeze that simulated passion. In this valley, the treasurers of the gods Kuvera, surrounded by beautiful women and praised by the Siddhas, generally enjoys the pleasures. Kardama Muni, also surrounded by beautiful damsels and his wife, went there and enjoyed for many, many years. So their pleasure mansion, which he had created, drifted to this place which is like a garden, a beautiful location. It is like, imagine you are going on a honeymoon and you have booked a very beautiful resort or a hotel. You know, naturally when a person goes for his after marriage, the immediate thing they will do is they will select a location which is very beautiful, where they can enjoy the luxuries of life. And they can be left to their own devices for quite some time. And naturally they don't have to think of eating, drinking, sleeping and all that, because that is provided by the people over there. So there are these kind of honeymoon suites and for all the sweethearts of the world that you can take. So here there is a place which is exclusively meant for that. It is at the foothills of Mount Meru. Okay. And where one of the greatest, asuras is actually a yaksha. He is always enjoying his life over there. He sits on a pile of cash. He is like Richie Rich of this world. His name is Kuber. Now Kuber always comes to this place so that he can enjoy the beautiful girls over there and spend his time lavishly. I am sure now you understand why this entire thing was emulated by human beings also. Human beings listen to these kind of things and then they want to copy that in their life also. Isn't that how it works? We humans are always prone to borrowing stuff from somewhere. Okay, we have heard about this, so let me also enjoy like that. So Kuber is enjoying with his retinue the same place. Kardama Muni takes his wife over there. And they went there and enjoyed for many, many years. It is not just few years. Their honeymoon lasted for hundreds of years. Remember, Kardama Muni had done just tapascharya for thousands of years. So that means he must be a very old guy, no doubt about it. And as a Rishi Muni, he has control over his senses and mind and all those kind of things accepted. But even these activity he is doing for hundreds of years. Satisfied by his wife, he enjoyed in that aerial mansion not only on Mount Meru, but in different gardens known as Vishrambhaka, Surashana, Nandana, Pushpabhadraka and Ch23 by the Manas Sarovar lake. So there are other locations across the world. Maybe he went to Monaco, maybe he went to Aspen, maybe he went to all those beautiful places, Hawaii, and all those kind of places. Like in today's day, what do people do? Okay, they go to the Bahamas, they go to all these beautiful locations in the world. In a similar fashion, Kardama Muni took his wife to all the, like today we can say, Hollywood locations, Bollywood locations kind of. So he took them to all the beautiful locations. Somewhere it is cold, somewhere it is hot, but they are beautiful. The place is filled with gardens and valleys and this and that and so many things. So he takes his wife over there to all these locations. And they enjoy for hundreds of years. But the rough, if you see today's day and age, it really doesn't work today, isn't it? Most of the people in the world today can't even enjoy for one day. 24 hours also they can't enjoy. There is always the start of the journey itself is going to be painful. You see, every place, in every household, this problem is visible. Do you remember the scene from Home Alone? I know they are not going for a honeymoon, but they are going on a holiday. The family holiday or the family honeymoon itself is a painful journey nowadays. It is like as if you are doing some great favor and the other person thinks that, okay, this favor I want it. There is no love in this world today. Human beings are only interested in lust which lasts for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, then they are dependent on all external stimulations. So, we have come to a point in life where nobody can sustain for hundreds of years. The Rishi Muni must have been quite a great person to enjoy his wife for hundreds of years. And then what does he do? He traveled in this way through various planets. As the air passes uncontrolled in every direction, coursing through the air in that great and splendid aerial mansion, which could fly at his will, he surpassed even the demigods. So he doesn't stop on earth alone. He says, let me take my wife on this journey in my celestial craft to the outsides of the whole planetary system, and he takes her to all the planetary systems. Because as a Rishi Muni, he has the power to do that. Okay? You are thinking, I wish I had the power like Elon Musk to go to outer space. But here, this Rishi Muni has already traveled to outer space, various planetary systems and so on and so forth. And he passes without any, nobody is stopping him at the, customs and all those places. Why? Because he's free to go. No need of visa or passport. Today we require so many permissions to even travel to one stupid country. Okay. But there was no restrictions in the past, so he could travel anywhere. What is difficult to achieve for determined men who have taken refuge at the feet of the Supreme Lord, his feet are the source of sacred rivers like the Ganga, which put an end to the dangers of mundane life. This is an important statement which you need to understand. When you are completely one with the Lord, a devotee of the Lord, okay, when the devotion is of the highest kind, there is no need of thinking of those various things in the world. What are those things? Today, if you are a devotee of the Lord, you are always bothered, isn't it? Whether you will get the air tickets, whether you will get the reservations in the hotel, whether you will get the right rates, whether you will get the correct rooms, whether the room service is good. You understand what I am saying or no? Smoking, non-smoking, you understand all those things? You are bothered so much about it, isn't it? And then you are also bothered about what are the extracurricular activities, what kind of meals I am going to have. How many things you are worried about? Everything is a painful journey today. But the strangest part of it all is, if you are a devotee of the Lord, please remember these words. If you have surrendered to the Lord, who is the master of this universe, Ganga flows from his feet, Sri Krishna's feet. Then why are you bothered? You will get the airline ticket. You don't have to bother about it. You will get the best hotels in the world. You will get the best of the treatments wherever you go. You want spa, you want this, you want that, everything is available. You can take a tour of the city or whichever place that you are going to. Everything is going to be arranged perfectly. Provided you are a devotee of the Lord. So this is a statement applicable to you if you are a devotee of the Lord. But if you are still not a devotee of the Lord and you are still thinking about a lot of things, you know what is going to happen to you? Every second of your life you are going to be worried. You are going to worry about money. You are going to worry about locations. You are going to worry of the hotels. You are going to worry of everything. You know, human beings, they are literally every day worried about everything in life. What is the worry about? They have worries about, you name it. If you have children, you are worried about your children. If you have bothered about food, you are having a worry about food going on, you know. What food to make, how to make, this, that, so many things. If you are going on a travel, you are worried about traveling. If there is a job issue, you are worried about the job. Money is a big issue for everybody. You know, relationship with your husband, wife, children is a very big worry. Those who are not married or whatever, they are bothered about their parents, their siblings, their entire, friend circles. This thing is common because you think you are the great person who is there to solve the issue and you have to be a part of it. Are you getting it or no? Human beings think that they have to be interacting with everything. I am not having money. What am I to do? What am I to do? What am I to do is not going to solve anything for you. Is it correct or no? Husband and wife are sitting on two corners of the earth and they are not even bothered about looking at each other. They will be sitting in one corner of the room, other one is sitting in the other corner of the room. They don't even talk, they don't even smile, they don't even laugh. Everything is a mess. And the fake world around. I love my husband, I love my wife, I love my family, I love my house, I love my children, I love my this. Everything is so fake. When we come to the end of this chapter, you will understand what I am talking about. That God Himself knows very well that every person is a fake. They will just want to give wrong kind of, yeah, I am happy, everything is going on fine. Nothing. Only if you are a devotee of the Lord can you understand happiness. If you are a normal human being, every day you are worried about something or the other. You are stressing, you are straining, your anxieties, this, that, so many things, So many issues are going on. And it never gets sorted out. You wake up next day, next problem starts. And then the next day, another problem is there. Your problems are never going to end. So, those who are devotees of the Lord know that the entire life has been charted out for them. Everything is kept in the place the way it is supposed to be kept. There is no such thing as they have to bother what is going to happen tomorrow. Because tomorrow, today or yesterday is all in Lord's hand, isn't it? What do you think you are? You think you can solve somebody's problem, or you can solve your own issues, or something is there that you can, take a responsibility of? You are just a human being. There only for a few minutes of your life. So don't bother so much. Surrender to the Lord and just have that trust and faith in Him. So now let us continue with the story of Kardama Muni, what he does. After showing his wife the globe of the universe and its different arrangements, full of many wonders, the great yogi Kardama Muni returned to his own hermitage. Now, the globe of the earth. If the Rishi Muni was born in India, how would he know there is a globe of the earth? So there must have been celestial traveling machines at that time, isn't it? Don't you think so? And if this thing has happened way back in time, and this scripture itself was written more than 2500 or 3000 years ago, doesn't that tell you that the people on this, those who read the scriptures know that the whole world is a globe? It required a person called Galileo in the 16th or 15th century to prove to the world that the world is round. I mean, imagine that. It is like trying to tell the world, oh, I know the world is round because I have proven it to you. So here it is already proven right in the beginning of time that the world is round, a globe. So he takes her around the globe and around all the planetary systems. And then he comes back to his ashram once again. Kardama Muni's ashram. He comes back to his ashram. After coming back to his hermitage, he divided himself into 9 personalities just to give pleasures to Devahuti, the daughter of Manu, who was eager for sex life. In that way, he enjoyed with her for many, many years, which passed just like a moment. Now, again another secret is revealed to you over here. Kardama Muni splits himself into 9 different types of people. These are the different types of characters that we can experience in our life. Each having their own genetic structure. Today science can prove it to you that there are different types of human beings. So before the creation of that human race, the seed from which it has got converted into, the seed coming from Kardama Muni and his wife Devahuti, she has to accept the seed, but these seeds have to be different each type, isn't it? Then only the races will be different, isn't it? Otherwise, everybody will look the same. They will look like the one single robot that they want to build. No, everybody has to look different. So he created 9 different identities of himself. And 9 times he impregnated her so that she can have different types of babies. That is 9 different women, girl, child. And this he did over a period of time. It didn't happen in one day. It happened over a period of many hundreds of years. So now let us go back in the reality of today and think about it. There is a region on the planet where 9 different races have come into the picture. I told you I am going to explain to you the rules, how this thing works. Now each group of people, that are created. There are 9 clusters, tribes as we call them. There are 9 tribes in this place. Each cluster will take the boy and the girl from its own cluster. From its own cluster. So they will marry somebody from their own tribes. So the genetic structure is preserved. But the moment they marry somebody from outside, that is disturbed. The genetic structure is disturbed. Isn't that true? So Sri Krishna says, this is not a done thing. You can get married within your own cluster. That is, now here they call it caste and all. I am not even saying caste. I am just saying within your own peripheral group. The group that is there. One group that is there. The fathers are going to differ. What am I saying? The fathers are different. Because they are the seed givers. The women they marry could be sisters also. Are you getting it? The women they marry could be sisters. So this way the division of the race had happened in the past. So somebody asked me in the morning, there are these autistic children, there are the Mongoloids and all this. How did that come about? When wrong races mixed around with each other. Imagine, I am going to put 2 wrong ingredients in one place. What is going to happen? Naturally, the effect of it is going to be wrong, isn't it? So if you get somebody who has a defective gene from their ancient past, somebody in their forefathers had messed it up. Are you getting the point? Somebody in their forefathers have messed it up. What is going to happen? The child that is going to be born could be born Mongoloid, could be born autistic, could be born with some defects in the body. So Sri Krishna said, human beings are prone to these kind of things. So he said, no, do one thing. If you want to marry, you marry within your own cluster. But if you are so much interested in somebody else, that will not be your principal wife. Are you getting it? You can have multiple wives also. And this is there in the same Srimad Bhagavatam. We will come to this verse somewhere in the 11th canto. So this way it was mentioned. Today when we look at other communities, I want you to think about the other communities. The Jews are marrying within the Jewish system, isn't it true? The Christians marry within their Christian community, isn't it true? The Islamic people are marrying within the Islamic community, isn't it true? But the moment somebody from Islam is marrying someone from some other community, or if a Christian is looking out for somebody else, or a Jew is getting married to some other, it creates a very big disturbance in the system. The scriptures say so. The world is talking about freedom of marriage. I can marry anybody I feel like. I can even marry a dog. Really? A man can marry a man. A woman can marry a woman. Really? What are you talking about? And today's day and age, there is no clarity and purity in anybody. Are you getting the point or no? The womb itself is not clean and pure. So the defects which rise in the future generation can be attributed somebody messing up in the past. Do you get the point or no? The mess up happens, and that is the reason why it is important, as per the scriptures, to follow the path as laid down. Those who do not follow the religion and the scriptures can get into a very big problem, like yours truly. The reason is because there is no conformity, there is no following of any scripture or religion, and for that matter anything. So, we will continue with verse 45. In that aerial mansion, Devahuti, in the company of her handsome husband, situated on an excellent bed that increased sexual desires, could not realize how much time was passing. So they were busy making love for hundreds of years. There was no Pfizer company then. Okay, that's a snide remark. Because today's man is dependent on all external stimulations. The yogis don't need that. They are virile people, even if they are 1,000 years old. Today's man is not. While the couple who eagerly longed for sexual pleasures were thus enjoying themselves by virtue of mystic powers, 100 autumns passed like a brief span of time. So they were enjoying their sexual escapades for hundreds of years. And all this was happening because of mystical powers. Because of mystical powers. It doesn't happen because there is a virility in the person. Oh yeah, I can do it. He is not somebody who goes to the gym every day or takes all those medications, Oh, I need to eat this omega 3, 4, 5, 6, oh God knows how many omegas, how many magnesiums, how many this, how many that. Nothing works over there. Spirituality is all that you need. If you want to be virile, you want to be strong, you want to be whatever, you just need that spiritual acumen, that's it. You need to be a devotee of the Lord, that's it. You don't have to bother about anything else. The powerful Kardama Muni was the knower of everyone's heart and could grant whatever one desired. Knowing the spiritual soul, he regarded her as half of his body. Dividing himself into 9 forms, he impregnated Devahuti with 9 discharges of semen. Immediately afterwards, on the same day, Devahuti gave birth to 9 female children, all charmed in every limb and fragrant with the scent of the red lotus flower. These are unnatural times. So after impregnation, 9 times, 9 different types, Devahuti gave birth to these 9 children on the same day itself. Here the time factor is compressed. Whose day we are not told over here. But yeah, it is mentioned that she gives birth to 9 children. And when she saw her husband about to leave home, she smiled externally, but at heart she was agitated and distressed. So after finishing his action, Kardama Muni says, now I am going back to work. So the wife says, just hang on for some time. No, I got work to do. No, please hang on for some time. See, in our world, we have something which human beings need to understand. Everybody's job has been divided and given. The whole world, the job has been given today in such a manner that everybody is expected to perform their duties perfectly. Like a man is supposed to go out and work and he is supposed to bring in the money, he is supposed to do whatever necessary things. Here in this case, it's a Rishi Muni. The Rishi Muni is not supposed to be enjoying like that. So he goes on his own path, which is basically while being completely surrendered to the Lord. But the woman who is there is still holding on to that memory of hers. The children are already born. Now you may say, oh, the children are already born. That means she is supposed to take care of 9 children? 9 children? I can assure you one thing for sure. These 9 children are not taken care by her. Do you remember in the previous verses it was mentioned that there are thousands of Gandharva slaves over there? Women and people. It's a royal family. Magic happens over there. Today's day and age, magic doesn't happen because you don't come from any royal family. All families are contaminated. Every family is contaminated. So the question of the family being a regal or a royal doesn't exist. So then you are not going to have servants and people like that taking care, isn't it? So the poor husband has to go to work and the poor wife is supposed to look after the children. It's a normal thing. How is that going to work? Funnily, it doesn't work in today's day and age. You know the reason why it doesn't work? Because the father, if in most of the places it is the father is going to work, the mother is at home. I don't think she works over there that much. Because there is a lot of assistants over there. The children are also not brought up properly. No person today is brought up in a good manner. The husband is not there, the wife is least interested in looking after the children. She is not a good example today. I mean, I have seen mothers in the last 25 years of my spiritual journey being some of the worst parents ever. They don't care for their children. I have personally experienced it and I had to reprimand the women and the men. I said, come on, you got to act like a parent. Give some good, understanding to your children. You know what they do today's day and age? They will give homework to the children from the school and they will say, you do the homework. I don't care. I have to watch TV. I have to watch my serial. I am busy, So the woman is busy. The man has gone to work. He comes back very late from work. The child is left to his own devices. Nobody cares. There is no food at home. Everything is ordered online nowadays. I mean, think about it. The child is not even eating properly. Or you may have a servant, the servant is cooking everything, the servant doesn't even care. And he makes 4 items or she makes 4 items, the servant, the cook, whoever it is. Only 4 items. The 5th item they will say, I don't know how to make it. So are you getting the point? The family is eating the same nonsense every day. Every second day they eat the same thing. Nobody takes interest. So this is what has happened. And during my time, we would sit heads down doing our homework and everything. And we had books to look into. After that came classes. So people would go to these classes and learn from there what is the most eligible question and the answer that is there. This is how they messed up the whole world. That is why today's those who are in the age group of say 30 to 60, they are such a big dunces that they don't know what they are doing also. You ask them, how big is Antarctica? They will not even know where Antarctica is. They have absolutely no clue. If you ask them about something, very simple example. Can you explain how these electrical currents work? No, I am an IT. I did my engineering in information technology. I don't know what is positive, what is negative, this, that. No, I don't know. They don't even know basic stuff. They don't know which potatoes to buy also. They don't know which kind of chilies to buy. They have no idea about anything. What kind of children are you creating? Children who have no clue about anything. The only thing they are interested in is lust and greed. I have to make a lot of money and I have to have a lot of sex. That is the only thing they know. And this is where our whole world has come to today. So now look at the wife, what she's saying. She stood. Then she saw her husband is leaving the house. She smiled externally, but she's smiling. What to do? He's going away. She stood and scratched the ground with her foot. Womanly wiles, which was radiant with the luster of the gem-like nails. Her head bent down. She spoke in slow yet charming accent, suppressing her tears. Please don't go away. Isn't the man supposed to go and do some work of his own? No, but here the wife is saying, please don't go away. Devahuti said, my lord, you have fulfilled all the promises you gave me, yet because of I am your surrendered soul, you should give me fearlessness too. So now that you are leaving me alone, can you give me a little bit of your fearlessness? I don't want to be afraid of anything in this world. Now tell me something. In today's day and age, do you think a woman is fearful or fearless? You see in the trains, you see in the planes, you see at home, you see everywhere, they are ready to tear a person apart. They want to fight with every person, including the neighbor. They want to take something and bash somebody up. They will bash everybody up. But I am fearful, you know. It is such a fake world. Man is also become like that. He is fearful of everything. This is a very fake thing. Every person today is actually willing to fight and do whatever they feel like. I will give you one small example which happened 2 days ago in India. 2 days ago. Beautiful parenting in India. Please listen to it. The beautiful parenting which happened in India. So there were 3 girls, 16, 14, 12, or maybe it is 14, 12 and something, God knows, 10. That is the age group, there were 3 girls. The parents were least bothered about what the children were doing. These girls were staying in one flat, okay, in North India. They had iPads and all those things which their parents had very beautifully supplied. And they were playing games every day on that. Have you seen your own children do that? Very good. So they were playing a game which is called a love game. And it's a Korean love game. What is it? It's a Korean love game. The father would go to the room and tell them, don't play this game every day. The father's involvement, the mother is nowhere in the picture. Okay, mother doesn't even come in the picture. Maybe she was full day watching TV. I don't know. Because about the mother there is no mention. But the father would continuously come to the room and say, why are you all playing this game? Why don't you do your homework? Why don't you do your studies? The girl will always be very arrogant. Who has given them the arrogance? The parents. The parents are indulgent on the children. So the women, the girl child is saying whatever they feel like. You go away. We'll do what we want. We'll play the game. We'll do this. So every day these three girls would sit, they are three sisters, they would play the game. 3 days ago, at 2 a.m. in the night, they wrote a 9-page letter to their father saying that we have finished this game. The last task that was required of this Korean love game, we have finished this task. Okay? And now we have nothing to do. So all three held their hands and jumped from the 9th floor of the building and died at 2 a.m. in the night. I want you to think about it, what kind of parenting these people are doing. At 2 a.m. in the night, they finished a game very nicely. And these three are girls. So gaming is very nice. You have to encourage your children to do gaming so that they can also do these kind of things. You should never pay attention to your children. Let them see whatever they feel like on the... Okay? You don't even have to bother asking them, why are you doing this? Sir, pay attention to your children. Inculcate good qualities in them. Why were the children arrogant? Why were they not listening to their parents? What kind of parenting is this? It is shameful. No, I am a good parent. I take care of my children. If you are a good parent, why is your child misbehaving? You know where the answer lies? Your own parenting was bad. Are you getting the point what I am saying? Your own parents were the worst examples ever. That is why you have turned out into a horrible person who doesn't give a damn to this world, and your parenting to your child is going to be still worse than that. This is what is called parenting, is it? I think we have to buckle up and become good human beings. Start in your own house first. My dear Brahmana, as far as your daughters are concerned, they will find their own suitable husbands and go away to their respective homes. But who will give me solace after your departure as a sannyasi? The blackmail starts over here. A woman loves to blackmail. I need a companion in my life. I am alone. I don't know what I am supposed to do. So when you were born with your husband, is it? Are there widows and widowers living alone for many, many years or no? Our Prime Minister is living alone for so many years. You don't need a family. You don't need your mother, father, brother, sister, husband, anybody. You yourself are capable. What is the meaning of the word self-empowerment? Does it mean my husband has to give me all the this thing? No. And here is Kardama Muni's wife telling him, please don't go away. Who is going to take care of me? Ma, you are a grown-up woman. You know how to perform sexual acts. You know how to take care of the house. You know how to cook. You know how to do everything. What are you actually interested in? It is a pathetic sign that after so many years of being around, you can't handle yourself alone. You know, I was talking to someone. This lady, I know in Chennai, I visit her once in a few years because of her son. Her son is autistic. The day she got married, her husband was there with her for 5-10 days. And for the last 25 years, that man is in the Gulf. She is alone staying over here. She takes care of 2 children. One of them autistic. 24/7 she has to look after this child. Second one is okay. Her parents are living with her. She has to cook for everybody. She has to take care of the house. She has to go and pay the taxes. She pays electricity bills. They have built one house and she is taking care of everything. Her husband comes once in a year for a few days. Most of the time he spends with his family, his own mother and father. And sometimes he spends with his wife and children. Why is this woman not saying? In Mumbai, where I used to stay as a kid, most of the husbands were working in the Gulf during that time. How many army wives are there in this world? Please think about it. Defense establishment, where the man goes out in the field. Are there women in this world whose husbands are on the front or no? Yes. This is something which you have to understand. Kardama Muni is told by his wife, who is going to take care of me after you go away? Kardama Muni says, until now we have simply wasted so much of our time in sense gratification, neglecting to cultivate knowledge of the Supreme Lord. What is she saying over here? We have been enjoying our sexual life for last so many hundreds of years. At that time, we never thought that we have to do something for the Lord. Spiritual acumen, spiritual will has to be gathered. Just producing children and taking care of the house or having sex all the time or earning money is not the criteria. We have to go towards spiritual will. Otherwise, you are going to be born again and again and again and again and again. Do you know this? This knowledge is not there in the world. So she says, we have to cultivate knowledge of the Supreme Lord. How many husbands and wives are interested in it? They're all wham, bam, thank you, ma'am type of people in this world. I hate this kind of a thing where a person says, I am only here for money, I am only here for this, I am only here for the house. I am only here to have children. No, you are forgetting your main essence. You do not owe it to that man, you owe it to the Lord. By the time you come to the age of 35, 40, you have to shift your attention to the Lord. Because He has kept you in this world. You are not there because of your parents. You are not there because of your husband. So she is saying, I need this spiritual knowledge now from you. Are you getting it? So last so many years she wasted, and now she says, now that you are going, I want to know about it. Not knowing your transcendental situation, I have loved you while remaining attached to the objects of the senses. Nonetheless, let the affinity I have developed for you rid me of all the fear. So she says, yes, you have given me some understanding that you are a spiritual guy who is interested in going away. You were never interested in this kind of a world. But you are not attached to anything or anybody. I don't think men are ever attached to anything or anybody. They are mostly attached to one object in life. And only during that period they will show that they are very much attached. Otherwise, they are least bothered about it. They would rather be with their office colleagues and doing some work somewhere. Please don't expect love or something from these people. No. They are loveless people. So, he also says that he is a spiritual person, Kardama Muni, so I want to go away. So his wife says, okay, now that's a time for you to go away. At least give me this understanding about spirituality. So last so many years, what were you doing? Association of sense gratification is certainly the path of bondage. But the same type of association performed with a saintly person leads to the path of liberation, even if performed without knowledge. So now I am understanding that I should have paid attention to get spiritual knowledge from you and not bothered about creating babies and having sex all the time. You are a spiritual guru, you are a spiritual master. I have to take spiritual knowledge from you. So those who are on the path of spiritual, please understand that if your spouse is not here, it tells you very clearly that that spouse is missing out on things. Understood? Each one is independent as an island. Everybody is supposed to understand this spiritual stuff. So he is a saintly person, Kardama Muni, and that is why his wife says so. Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him in religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performance do not rise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service of the Sri Krishna must be considered dead, although he is breathing. So if you have a parent or somebody, if you are a young person and you have a parent, or if you are already in the age group of 35, 40, 45, 50 or whatever, and if these steps have never happened to you, where you are not doing any kind of religious activity, you are not even interested in the religious life, that act of renunciation has not entered your blood anywhere. Okay? Which is the renunciation which leads to devotion. Renunciation which leads to devotion. The kind of renunciation where you don't feel nice with the things happening around you. Whether it's your office, whether it's your home, whether it's your children, whether it's whatever that you wish to. Your sex life is gone out of the window, you know that. There's nothing there. Second thing, the spouse that you might have married has already finished whatever that was supposed to be done. You have already got a treatment for last many years. And you have understood what kind of an idiot you have married. You have understood, isn't it? Before marriage, though, you were interested in this person quite a lot. But after marriage, many years later, after having children, I think you have really understood that this person is not worthy enough. So this kind of, the thing which enters that person, the extreme kind of apathy comes in a person. You start hating everything. And then you start detaching from everything. You feel disgusted with the world. If somebody has not felt disgusted, and if at the age of 60 and 70 also, they are still interested in all this and want to get married at the age of 70, I think something is wrong with them. So he says, if this thing has not come, the renunciation has not come, and then this devotional service has not come into you, then you should be considered as a dead person, even if you are breathing. So it tells you very simply this, that yes, you have to perform your material worldly duties, getting the money, giving it to your family. It's a part of life. Woman has to work in the house, or if she is a person working outside, she has to work hard and get the money and all those kind of things. Everything accepted. But the kind of attachment that you have towards your family, this one, that one, should never be there. You should have entered the world of detachment long ago, where you saw the futility of everything. Your college education is worthless. I'm sure you have come to that understanding by now. Your school education has never given you anything. Then you thought that love will give me something, or the job is going to give me something. Your job is a dead-end job. You are like, I don't know what. You are like an ant working every day, going to work, coming back, going to work, coming back. Politics, 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 politics. There is no future anywhere. Your job is worthless. You are still going to job because you have no options in this world. You still have to eat. You have to get money. You are dependent on money. The spouse which you have married is not worthy enough today. There is no word which will say, I love you or something like that every day. Nothing is coming from that person's mouth. They don't talk for months. The only thing they say, did you get this? Did you get that? My mother called, my father called, my this happened, my that. That is all that they talk about. What happened to that love talk which they were giving earlier? The letters or the beautiful words that they were writing. It is gone out of the window. I hope you are getting the point. Nobody gives a damn to anybody. You thought children are going to bring happiness in your life. On the contrary, it has brought more misery to you. And when you have arrived at an age where you felt, what is this life all about? I am disgusted with this life. And that is a time that renunciation comes in the picture. You are not supposed to renounce and go to Himalayas. There is no Himalayas there. Now that disgust has to come and you have to move towards devotional path. That is what he says. Whose ritualistic performance do not raise to renunciation. Anyone situated in renunciation does not lead him to devotional service of the Lord. He must be considered dead, even though he is breathing. So even if there are 50 or 60 or 70-year-old or 80-year-old in your life, and they have never turned to God, understand that they are dead souls. They are not going to have a better life next life. No. Got the point? The last verse. I'm sorry I have taken more time. My Lord, surely I have been solidly cheated by the insurmountable illusory energy of the Supreme Lord, that is Maya. For in spite of having obtained your association which gives liberation from material bondage, I did not seek such liberation. So here Kardama Muni's wife is telling him, I'm so sorry, last so many years of our life we have spent together. But till today I have not bothered to ask you anything about spirituality. You should have taught me about it. I should have learnt it. But today I don't have any knowledge. And today is a time when I am feeling completely desolate. You are going away. That is why I feel lost. I don't know what to do now. So kindly help me. So we have come to the end of verse 37. We will stop over here for today.